I'm going to share with you one strategy in just a moment that could double, triple, or more your coaching revenue. Hi, it's Gary Cox, author of books such as Don't Let Others Rent Space in Your Head and my little cockatoo tequila. But have you ever wondered how is it that experts like myself can make $50,000 in one day, 100,000, half a million, a million or more? Well, if you have, you're at the right place at the right time. This is how Gene, one of my clients, did over $250,000 in one day at one of his coaching events. And then Paul, on a regular basis, does over $100,000. So my goal today is to convince you beyond a shadow of a doubt that this is possible. More importantly, it's possible for you. And in just a moment, I'm going to share with you a clip from one of my web classes where I'm going to share with you why you're going through such a struggle by getting lower end clients, and also psychologically why you have a hard time going out for those bigger clients where the big money is. So I hope you enjoy this clip. It's short, and I look forward to seeing you at one of my events very soon. It's time to catch a bluefin tuna. Now, what's special about a bluefin tuna? Bluefin tuna is probably the most valuable meat on this planet. There was a gentleman in 2019, he's a Japanese guy. He paid for a tuna that weighed over 650 pounds. He paid $3.2 million. That's crazy. So that averages out to how much? $5,000 a pound. So we're going to make a goal. We're going to make a goal to catch. We're going to be realistic. All right. We're going to catch 100, or at least try 150-pound tuna. So what's 150-pound tuna worth at $5,000 a pound? It's worth $750,000. Okay? That would be a very nice catch. And by the way, that is reasonable. That is not an unreasonable weight for tuna. So I say to you, okay, I live on the water. How about tomorrow morning, super early, you come to my place. I want you to bring a big rod and reel because we're going to need it. Make sure, the line is really thick. The last thing we want to do is have 150-pound tuna on the line and it break halfway. And we know for a fact that tuna, they bite on mackerel and they bite on squid. So we're going to make sure, you bring mackerel and squid. We got all that ready to go. All right. So you get to my house. I want you here before sunrise. So you get here. We got the bait. Sun is coming up. Boom. We throw the rod and reel out. Nothing. I forgot to tell you, by the way, I live on a big lake, huge lake or a pond, fresh water. It's not looking good. We're waiting for hours. No bites. More hours, no bites. Sun's starting to go down, and all of a sudden, we get that huge bend on the line, and then we let it go, and we pull back, and we let it go and reel it in and do that. And if you ever watch these TV shows, now, I've never caught a real big fish like that in my life, but sometimes it takes a half an hour to an hour to pull these fish in. So we're just sweating. I'm trying it. I'm running out of energy. I give the rod and reel to you. It's getting close to the shoreline. The water's splashing up all over the place. And lo and behold, we got a 150-pound alligator. Oh, man. 150-pound alligator. That sucks. So here's my question for you. The bait is the message. Did we have the right message, yes or no? Yes. We had the right message, but the wrong what? The wrong pond. You know what's worse than having the right message in the wrong pond? Having the wrong message in the right pond. And you know what's even worse than that? Having the wrong message in the wrong pond. Ooh. So we ended up with a 150-pound alligator. By the way, here in Florida, I don't have time to show you a video that just caught a 9-foot alligator, like right down the road a couple weeks ago. $22 a pound. So a 150-pound alligator at $22 a pound is worth $3,300. A far cry from $750,000. I have a question for you. Is it reasonable to assume? Is it reasonable to assume that it takes us just as much effort to catch the 150-pound alligator as it does the 150-pound bluefin tuna? Yes or yes, show of hands. Yep, no question about it. My next question then is, why are most of you staying down here trying to catch the alligator when the same amount of effort is for the $750,000 tuna? Let me tell you a couple reasons. Number one, you forgot how big 8 billion was. If you forget how 8 billion was, how big 8 billion is, it's easy for you to forget that you're not going to be able to find a $750,000 tuna. The other reason is you're afraid to let go of the cheap stuff. What do I mean by that? Well, watch this. This is crazy. If we were to divide 3,300 into 750,000, take guess what we get? We get 227. You would have to catch 227 alligators to be equivalent to one bluefin tuna. So why do most people, by the way, most coaches, they spend time catching the 227 alligators? Why? There's a couple of reasons. Now, let's be honest. One of them psychological. How many of you like the endorphins or the psychological feeling you get when you get a sale, even though it could be $10? Yes or yes? It's just an excitement about it, right? It just feels cool. And the reason most people stay down here, because they like to get busy being busy. For some people, it's a badge of honor. They're just busy being busy. Some people are busy being busy, not being successful. Some people are busy being busy and they are successful. But ultimately, if you quit that, you could do this. So, sounds reasonable. Why don't we not do this? Because you get too excited off the little sales and you don't know how to think bigger. Because to catch the 750,000 tuna, you might have to wait a month with no sales. 3 months with no catch, no bite, no nothing. 6 months. Maybe you got a nibble and you broke the line. 7, maybe 9 months. And most people can't handle that. So they've got to go where all the little shiny objects are, even though they're not as valuable as their high-end clients. Wow, how powerful is that? The other reason is FOMO. You fear of missing out. Trust me, if you're up here waiting for weeks for your $750,000, 150-pound tuna, and you got all your friends telling you all the time how much they're catching, I forget to tell you they're catching $22 a pound alligator, you feel like you're missing out. And or you see another shiny object over there, and maybe you're a little discouraged because, you know, things in your mind are not working. Well, Gary's doing it. John Doe's doing it. Well, yeah, I know, but I'm not. And before you know it, you go chase another shiny object. Don't ever forget this. If you're the cheapest, people don't expect you to be the best. If you're the best, people do not expect you to be the cheapest. I want you to fill that in the blank in the next sentence in your handout. If you're the cheapest, put in the word cheapest. People do not expect you to be the best. If you are the best, people do not expect you to be the cheapest, the $22 a pound tuna.